Hello students, let us see one more question here. This question is taken from sexual reproduction, that too from pollination. Two examples are mentioned here, that is one water hyacinth and water lily. Let us know what they are. Water hyacinth is Eichhornia. Water hyacinth is called as Eichhornia. It's also called as terror of Bengal. See, about this plant I can say a few words that it is not of Indian origin. It's been brought from foreign countries because of its beautiful flowers and leaves. And unfortunately, this plant grows tremendously if favorable conditions are present in the water body. So it grows in such a rapid manner that it occupies the entire pond in short span of time and causes eutrophication. That is, the luxuriant growth of the plant causes depletion of oxygen from the water body, that it may result in death of the uh, aquatic animals that are present in that water body. So it is called as terror of Bengal. So it is very much urgent to get rid of the plant once it is found in water bodies. So that is water hyacinth. Another is water lily. Water lily is having beautiful flowers in water bodies. It's botanically called as nymphia. It is called as nymphia. So, water lily, water hyacinth, and another is water lettuce. Water lettuce. It is called as Pistia botanically. Another is lotus, that is botanically called as Neelambo, that is Neelambo nucifera. So, in these plants, really the plants are very beautiful and they form the flowers on the top of the water body, and some are free floating, for example, water hyacinth and water lettuce. These two are free floating, they show passive movement in water bodies, whereas water lily and lotus, they are not free floating, but the flower emerges above the water body. The flowers are very big, colorful, attractive, showy, and so much beautiful, and they attract people that are passing by near the pond ecosystem. So these plants, generally we think that they are hydrophytes and they perform hydrophily, that is water pollination, but that is absolutely wrong. Though they are hydrophytes, they are having beautiful flowers and they get anemophily. They got pollinated by insects. Pollinated by insects. Pollination by insects is called as entomophily. We know entomology. Means study of insects is called entomology, and pollination by wind is called as anemophily. Anemophily. So they show anemophily and entomophily, that is pollination by insects and pollination by wind. So that is very surprising to know that the pollination by water takes place only in 30 genera, that most of them are monocotyledons. Pollination by water, that is hydrophily. Pollination by water takes place, that is hydrophily, only in 30 genera. Only in 30 genera, that too most of them are Monocots. We know monocots are very well. So most of them are monocots. Why? What is the reason that they are reluctant towards the hydrophily? See, hydrophily means pollen grains should carry the pollen grains and pollination should take place. It's very difficult because pollen grains will show passive movement. They need to be carried by the water waves, water currents, and there is no guarantee that pollen grains should reach the stigma to affect the fertilization. So majority of the pollen grains will go waste, as well as the female flowers also will go waste. So all these hydrophytes prevent the so-called hydrophily, right? So majority of the hydrophytes, though they are living in water, they perform pollination by insects or wind. The option 1 is very much correct for this question, right? And let me tell you what plants do show the hydrophily. That example I can tell you is that Vallisneria. Remember, Vallisneria is dioecious hydrophyte. It is dioecious hydrophyte. So, in this Vallisneria, dioecious means the male and female plants are not same, they are different. You find male Vallisneria and female Vallisneria. So, in this Vallisneria, epihydrophily takes place, that is, pollination takes place on the surface of water body, whereas fertilization takes place inside the water body. Pollination takes place above the water body and fertilization takes place inside the water body. Fertilization is inside the water that takes place in Vallisneria. Do remember, a dioecious hydrophyte. Another example is Zostera ceratophyllum. Zostera also called as sea grass. So, in this Zostera, hypohydrophily takes place. That is, pollination takes place inside the water body. Remember, pollination takes place inside the water body. So, it is very difficult to understand that how do pollen grains will remain suspended in the water body. Neither they are free floating nor they are bottom of the pond. See here, the specific density of pollen grains in the Zostera, like hypohydrophilous plants, the specific density of pollen grains is equal to that of the marine water. Do remember. So that pollen grains neither they go to bottom of the pond, bottom of the water body, nor they free float on the surface of water body. They keep suspended in the water body. Remember, at the same level where the plant is present. It is really unimaginable, amazing, and we are very surprising how does it takes place exactly. But it takes place in Zostera ceratophyllum Vallisneria where the hydrophily takes place. Okay. Another important thing is that in hydrophilous plants, in anemophilous plants, the flowers are not colorful, they are not showy, they are not attractive, and they do not produce any reward for the insects because the flowers are pollinated by either water or wind. Okay, so do remember that in Entamophilous or in the zoophilous plants, in ornithophilous plants only, the flowers are very much colorful. They try to attract the pollinating agents and they produce the rewards like pollen and nectar to the pollinating agents. So here it's a beautiful question framed from sexual reproduction flowering plants, right? The answer is 1. You can easily find it out. So please subscribe my channel Vivid Botany, and you have any doubt regarding the question or the concept, please make a line, drop a line in comment box. We will explain that. Right? Thank you.